Hello and welcome to Gaming Like It's 1979. A lot of you really enjoyed the Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord Let's Play. So today I wanted to try something different and do a super short video on one of the tricks of the game for those of us who played it back in 1981 on how to level up a character quickly. This is kind of an exploit, but kind of not an exploit. It was in the original game and everyone I knew used it. And the thing that's amazing about this is we found this without the internet. Everyone kind of stumbled across this way of leveling up characters organically and figured it out. So I'm going to talk today about Murphy's Ghost. Let's go into the game. And you can see I have a party here, and this party has 3 characters up front who I've already leveled up to a decent level, and one brand new baby character named Flicka, who is in the back row. And this is important. They don't have to be in the back row, but it's safer for them if they are, especially if you run into combat on the way. So we're going to go straight into the maze here. Now, this does work better if you're using fewer people, because your character that you're trying to level up will get more levels. And in order to pull this off successfully, you need either one character of a really super high level, or you need a party of 3 characters of about level 5 is where this trick starts becoming viable. So you can see here, we could cast a spell to show us the maze, but I'm going to do this blind. You can navigate to Murphy's Ghost with no map at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight forward in the maze, and we're going to get to the corner, we're going to turn right, and we're going to go straight down the hallway to that first main door that goes to the area near the elevator. We're going to go through the door, we're going to jog left once, and then we're going to turn right, and there's another hallway here. We're going to go all the way down this hallway, and we arrive at what looks like a dead end, but actually it's a secret door. We're going to go through that secret door. And now we're going to continue to go all the way down this hallway. And right here, we are going to encounter a teleporter. So if you look carefully, you can see what looks like a wall ahead, 3 walls, and as soon as we step forward, we're now in a different place, and the hallway we were coming down just disappeared. So there's a bunch of doors in this room and one blank wall. We're going to go forward and then right and then turn left. And so if you could orient yourself, if you could see where we are here. Oh, we're going to have to suffer this encounter. This will go very easily because I have some high-level characters, and we will just burn through it. Okay, as soon as we go into this door, we find an altar, essentially, a statue of a hooded humanoid. So we can search the room, and when we search the room, we meet Murphy's Ghost. Now, in the original game, you did sometimes meet more than one Murphy's Ghost, which could be trouble if it catches you unawares. I have not encountered that in the remake so far. So what makes Murphy's Ghost the perfect grinding spot? It's not quite perfect, but he's very, very good. First, Murphy's Ghost does not do critical damage, and no matter who it hits, it only ever hits for 2 hit points. And so that means that even with first level characters, hypothetically, you'll usually have time to escape if the fight is going poorly. So let's go ahead and fight them. These characters should do okay at hitting Murphy's Ghost. He's actually very hard to hit. So with characters around level 4 or 5, it might take you 20 or more rounds to burn down the huge amount of hit points that he has, but you're relatively safe when doing it, especially if you've brought a priest with you who can heal wounds. The other thing one can do is Magician should have a spell called Dilto, which will give you a +2 to hit. Why don't we go ahead and do that, even though we don't strictly need it for this. And that'll give you make it a little less burdensome to try and hit Murphy's Ghost. So you could see my level 9 character managed to miss them. Now with these characters at level 9 or 10, it should only take about 4 or 5 rounds to kill Murphy's Ghost, and then you're going to see why I brought you here. Okay, so Murphy's Ghost is dead. Rarely drops anything interesting other than a little gold, and we could see 4,450 experience points. So that's the first reason why Murphy's Ghost is very important. Let's go out here and go into camp. So at level 1, one battle with Murphy's Ghost was enough to give Flicka here at least 1 level. I believe it gave them almost exactly 1 level. If you go in with a full party of 6 characters, each character will get 741 XP, which is not life-changing for an end-level character, but for a first-level character, that's the best risk-to-reward ratio you're going to find. The other thing about Murphy's Ghost that makes it worthwhile is the efficiency. So we just fought Murphy, and we're going to turn around and go right back in. And it turns out, that's it. We could, if we wanted to, it's going to be a little boring if we were to do that. We could go back in and just grind this again and again at essentially no risk whatsoever to our characters. So with 4 or 5 battles, we could probably have Flicka up to level 4 or 5, which is simply amazing. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. I do want to keep this video short, so I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but I want to show you one other thing that a lot of people have not realized. So the mapping in the Wizardry remake is a little bit different. So there is a spell called Dumapick. And in 1981, this spell, it wasn't that useful. What Dumapick did was it told you how many steps east and north, I believe, of the castle steps you were, and what direction you were facing. That, for a 10-year-old, which is, about how old I was, that's not that helpful. In this game, what Dumapick does is it essentially acts as a fill in my map as much as you can spell. It's based on where you've actually walked. So you need to have actually walked to a square in the dungeon at least once. And if you've done that, when you cast Dumapick, which we will do right now, it shows you a big picture of the entire level that you are on. Spoilers for a 40-year-old game. And it fills in your mini-map, which makes navigating a lot easier. And it does this on a per-level basis. So how do we get back from this place? You remember I said we were teleported to see Murphy. So how do we get back? Well, we go over here to this southernmost door, and we're going to go through this door, and now we are going to be in a dark area shortly. Okay, so now we're in one of the fabled dark areas of the first level of Wizardry, and we're going to walk just straight forward until we get here. Now, we have 2 options. One, we can turn south, and if we walk straight, in fact, let's do that. Just like we're going to or from the elevator, we will end up near the entrance, and from here it's very simple to navigate back. But let's do something different. I guess I had never triggered that wall. If you go here, there's actually a room in darkness, very hard to find, and it's closer to where we met Murphy than the exit. And if you go into this room, you get a little Easter egg. You encounter a wizard, and that wizard teleports you out of the dungeon, which it turns out is very, very convenient. And that's it. That's Murphy's Ghost, the most efficient way to level up early game characters. We can take Flicka into the inn here, and we can go ahead and level her up. There we go. And I'm probably going to work Flicka towards eventually being a lord. So I'm going to start very slowly increasing her vitality, confirm the level up, And that's it. This has been Gaming Like It's 1979. Thanks for watching.